Hi, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Is everyone able to see my screen? Okay. Hope it's visible for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go for the yesterday class. Like what we have seen, something like pseudo classes, something like pseudo classes, pseudo elements. How you can put our dynamic things, something like based on the nth child, for either odd thing or the even thing, a different thing. Like based on the each number, like you can override the CSS. Like whichever you want to like it, you can put your own CSS. Whichever you want it, you can put your own CSS. That thing yesterday we have seen it. Any doubts in the yesterday's class regarding that pseudo classes and pseudo elements? First line, last line, first letter, last letter. Okay, if there is no doubt, like I can go ahead for the, with the yesterday example, like what I have shown you guys, like the same, continue, we'll continue on the same, like I will, like, like with the different nav links, something like how we can be just like providing the nav links and all, like how we can provide it, that I will show. Someone is asking? Okay, almost all of it, like we have practiced. Okay, we have created our something like another list with the list, like anchor tags yesterday. And for that, now I'm going to show how you can pass our different sections for each and every navbar things and how we can provide the CSS. Let's see today. Like how can we do it? Like let's see today. It means I have created a section called something like ID as a home and welcome to home. And I'm going to create a paragraph tag under this one. Like I'm going to provide something like it's an your profile and product, how it works, how it looks, something like just like I'm putting as a how it looks. Just I have created it. Just like I have created them like 5 6 times. Let's see, and I'm going to provide some of the styles for the different colors, like different thing. For the home, like for the home ID, I'm going to put as something like add home as a different background color. Background color is blue, and with the color as a text color as a white. You can see in our file in the browser. Okay, it's find something like paragraph tag. That's why it's added an image. Just I'm putting and changing that one. So like whatever this one, like I have created it something like it came like this. It came like this way. It means for the whole something is taken as a our body is taken as a our body content. It means something like how it looks like we can see now. How the our body it contains same way like it has shown in our way. Something like for that like we can put our CSS to align or text align as a center just like for the particular section tag I'm going to put the CSS so that it will apply for the global all the sections. Section tag for that I'm going to put as a padding as a I'm going to put padding as 100 pixel and height as a 400 pixel minimum for each and everything for each and every section and text align as a center. So that it will be looks like this something like if I provide as a minimum that much height and width so that it will be just like updated with that like it will be updated with that it will be like that it will be there. Okay it will be like that okay look like this and now I'm going to put in for each and everything something like for each and every I have created only one section right now. Now I'm going to create for each and everything with the different sections, different section tag with a different content. For ID as a different thing, something like ID as a home, and now I'm going to create about. So that here I'm going to put in something like the H1 or H2, something like it's our website for web training consultancy, web training consultancy. Now see, like for that, like about ID, I'm going to put the CSS, something like whichever color you want it, you can put your own CSS. Background as a black and color as a white. If you see now, if you're clicking on the about, it's automatically going to the about page. If I'm clicking on that one, like it's going to there. I'm going to put the different background color so that like it won't merge it. And color. If you see now like this, like that. Wherever I'm clicking, like it's automatically navigating it. How it's navigating it? Here with the anchor tag href, we are specified as a yash our ID. Yash ID means yash home means something like already we have the ID as a home on the downside section. It's auto navigating to that page. I mean like auto navigating to the current one, like it's auto like focusing the current thing like that. Here also for the about us I put it as a section ID as a about thing. And in the routing, if you see now, it came with the yash about with our file path. With our file path, yash our ID. If you see now, it is in the about. If you're going to home, it's going like a hash home. Like that. That is the way how our things it will work. How our things it will work. And any number of sections you can create it. Any number of sections you can create it. And this is the way how our navigations it will be working. Now I'm going to put in for each and everything something about is done, contact and service, login, register, rules. Okay. anything. You can create our own CSS or just like what are the looks you want to create it, you can put it. For just like for my contact information, I'm going to write down something like web training consultancy. I'm going to put in something like contact details with my phone number and with the email. It's like this. Just like with the contact me, something like this is the my contact details. And services in the sense like what all services I'm going to provide with it's something like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, TypeScript, and Angular with RJS. Like this. This is not like it's I will be just like doing the things something like these the all the things in the services. And now I'm going to put the different background color for each and everything so that it will be look and feel will be good. And color will be blue as content. But what are the IDs you will be creating it? What are the IDs you will be creating it? You can provide your own CSS, like whichever you want it, you can easily provide. However the look you want it, like you can create a thing like we see now if you go to the contact, it's going to the contact. If you go to services, you go to services. If you go to there, it's going there. Like if you go to tools, register, the same content like we have provided, that's why it's not modifying it. Like if you have the different content, you can have a different CSS base like that. The mainly which are the CSS you are providing it's with the help of something like anchor href tag, it's auto navigating it like
Hello,
yeah, this
can I ask you one thing?
yeah,
Yeah, the what is the difference between the section tag and the div tag?
okay. The main thing is something like division, like we'll be using for something like doing the line by line. I mean, like showing in the new line purpose, like we'll be doing it. But mainly the section tag, which which we will be using for something like for dividing into multiple sections in for the single page. If you see now, div means something like it will be taking a new line. But if you see now, Control Shift I inspect. It will be just like differentiating the sections. Any number of sections like you can have it in the web page. Something like for each and every this one it will we are dividing into section. But whereas if you go to the any framework, no, that time like we'll be using maximum divs only. But section like it means for the each and every topic like we can have the different sections. For example, like we are writing the home information, I have written in the one section. If I write in the about, I am writing in the about section. That is the main difference, like how we that two things.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Got it?
Yes, yes, yeah.
అంటే లైన్ గా డివైడ్ చేస్తుందా చందు?
Correct. Like the thing is, div means something like it will be dividing the line by line,
ఓకే.
and section means something like it will be taking as one part. For more understanding purpose, the section it came to the picture. It means like for each and every concept, like you can have a different section. Got it?
Yes,
Automatic.
yes, yeah. Yeah, yes.
Hope it's clear. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to put something like our login code, like whichever we had discussed about something like some field sets or something, right? While I was trying the HTML, I'm going to use that thing so that you guys will have more clarity on that, like whatever we are discussing about. Login details. Login details. With the field set tag, I'm going to use the legend tag. Legend as a enter login details. And now I'm going to put our labels and all, like what are the content you want to show in the login page. You can specify that things. Label as a username and password, both the things. Like input type as a text thing I am taking, and name as a username, and next label I'm taking as password. I'm dividing into next line break tag based. It's and password. Input type equal to text.
One thing, instead of using label, we are using inside that password, right?
Yeah,
Instead of that, in the input line itself, prior to that one, can I use password?
yeah, we
That
can
is
use it, but that is not a good way to write it. The label
okay.
is came for only for the text purpose. Like we can use it. That is a like a standard way. Like we can.
Okay.
And after that, like we can have our break tag to just like go into the new line. And I'm going to put the division thing. The just like for aligning into the center, I'm going to put in class as a text center. And the just like button is the line. Now I'm going to put a CSS for this. Let's see how it looks like. Later we can change our CSS for the login. If you see now, this is the login details, right? Like we can give our CSS so that like it will be looks like fine. Like if I go to the CSS, that will be like looks and all like everything fine. Okay, sorry, I have written in the register. It should be like login. It should be register. Say this is the login, how it looks like. And for the login thing and as well as some for the field sets, I'm going to put a proper CSS so that like it will be looks fine. Like, with as a 300 pixel and padding will be like 50 pixel, like inside like it will look and all feel good. And I'm going to put in something like and margin as a auto. Roundly it will take the same CSS height and width, and text and as the left, and border as a 10 pixel, insert orange. We are seeing the several borders, like whichever you want it, you can put the thing. We see now how it looks like. And I'm going to give an CSS for the legend thing, the legend tag. I'm going to put as something like background color as a green, and color as a white, and padding as 8 pixel. And I have created text center class, right? We can use text center class to just like text awareness center. If we see now, is it okay? Like I mean, like what are the things like we have written it? Like looks fine, right? Like we can have our login details. Yesterday, like what we had given and what the further just like CS for the divs. That's why like that button is not came to picture. If you see now, it's automatically came into the center. This one is the center. And that is the way like how we can create our own thing, something like we can provide the body. And like button change also like however you want it, you can change our, you can feed off anything. Okay. And like and the display things already like we have covered it off. And in the CSS, what we missed off. So the process, the elements like we have seen it. And CS by grouping things we have seen, display and visibility, hidden like the things we have seen. And and now we will see something like, now we can see something like at the rate keyframes, a transformation, something like how we can do animation, something like how we can do it. We can see right now. Main thing like animations is the best concept, something like in the CSS, like which you'll be using for something like transform the things. Okay. Like in my animations, and just like this thing, like we will be having something like at the rate, we will be having something like at the rate keyframes with, it is used to make some animations. It is to make some animations. It means like you can create the animations however you want to create it. It means something like however the look and feel like it should, you want to create it. We can create with our animation thing. It means like keyframes like we can create it. Just like we can create our just like navigation, so just like walkthrough thing. With all the things something like that keyframes something like we can create it. The whatever the like look and feel like you want to make it something like the thing. You can create with the just like CSS or animations or just like the thing like either with the external things or just like external CSS you can create it. Now I'm going to start an external CSS. I'm going to start an external CSS. For the external CSS, like what we need to do is, okay. For the external CSS, like I'm going to create the external home example external home example in our external example in our all days in the external CSS. External home.html. Now I will be showing you guys something like how can you link up our external CSS file into our HTML. I'm going to create something like style.css file, and for now I'm going to put in something like simple stairs or just like for the body that like include multiple stairs with that. Just with the body, margin as in 0 pixels and background as orange. I'm going to create an external home right now. To include the external CSS, it means like to include the external CSS, we will be writing that code in the head tag. We'll be writing that code in the head tag. We have a link tag. We have a link tag to load an external CSS into our particular web page at the HTML page. We can write our link tag with a style sheet and href as a our file name path styles dot scss like whatever you have created the file, just like link up. It's an inline css thing. It's an inline css thing.
What is REL there?
Sorry.
REL.
Yeah, it means something like that link tag which is related to what path. For the link tag we are specifying it is then related to our style sheet. If you want to go related to script, external JavaScript, linking purpose related to JavaScript, you can write it. Like that, like we can specify our REL, which is related to the for that link tag. We're telling this is a style sheet. You want to import it with the href. That is the syntax.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. We can put a path something like our, for example, dot like single dot and forward slash like we can use it. Or else just like with the directly like I can specify the thing like. Just have created a simple body. Let's see in the browser how it looks like. We see now automatically the border it came with the CSS. If you see now in the network, in the inspect, in the network our CSS file got loaded. In the network, our CSS file got loaded. It means like what are the files it will be getting loaded and what are the APIs that it will try to get it. Everything like it will be coming under and in our network. In our network. That is the positivity about the network. Like you can see what all files it's loaded. If you see now it's taken as 20 milliseconds. For each and everything, something like how much time it's getting taken. Like everything like how much memory is consuming it. It taken as a 1.1 MB to load our current file in the browser. That much size is taken, and we have this like inspecting in the like coming days like you can understand for each and everything like what is the purpose of each and everything and how you want to use it, and we have set it now only the background color for the particular body. Now I'm going to create an remaining things in the external home.html. External home.html. I'm going to create an order list with the list tags and anchor tag as a home with one more relay tag with the anchor tag as a services. Simple way, like I have created the things. Simple way, I have used that one. And now, in the body tag, I'm going to create the sections. I'm going to create the sections, ID as a banner, ID as a banner, welcome to home for client, and then run. And I'm going to create one more. I'm going to create one more thing to just like or one more section regarding something like ID as a container, ID as a container. With that ID as a container, I'm going to load the H1 tag as a welcome home and P I'm going to put as a about. It means something like what are the content you want to display in the web page, in the whichever format and whichever the CSS you want to create it, you can create it in our own way. I'm going to create something like HDF and continue the recording so that it will be just like how we create the thing. It means something like I have created in that way. And now I'm going to put the CSS for look and feel good. Just like how text transformation, something like how we can specify our CSS so that like we can link up the thing. We can link up the thing. The UL. These are something like same like internal CSS, but it will be just like it will be in the separate file, not in the style tag. If it's an internal CSS, like we'll be writing in the style tag, right? But here, like we'll be writing like this. We can provide our own color, something like whichever you want to looks like. You can create it. And padding if you want, you can put it something and display like font by inline. If you don't want the line by line, you can put in the like inline. And with the UL, LI, and A tag, it means something like anchor tag and text decoration and then and font size is 20 pixel, color as it. Next, and background as R, and I'm going to put it for the each one because like not have the same thing, right? So what are the body it will contain? Something like it will look feel something like UI and all. I'm going to put in background as a black and height as a 40 pixel. Is the way, however, you will look like. Now I'm going to create a going to download and some of the images, some of the images to make our UI look and feel good. Like just let me download some images. So whichever the thing like you want it, like you can put your things. Suppose copy image address I'm doing it, and I'm going to load and for each and every section like one image, or else just like with the CSS I'm going to load and the images. Let's see like how we can load our CSS images with that. Galva. Now I have said about keyframes, right? Like now I'm going to explain about the keyframes. Just like I'm putting as my banner, keyframe name as my banner, and I'm going to put the three things something like at the 25 percentage. I need to apply my CSS color as a pink attribute. I mean a pink color and background image as a background image. I'm putting as a here and text align as a left. And now I'm going to like copy another image URL. And one more thing like I want to copy and something like just like something like just like random images I'm copying it. Or something you missed out, that's why like it's came in a different color. Okay, the all came with the one image, something like sorry, something like There's a different images like one template, like just like I have put or something. And now with the keyframe something like I'm putting as something like percentage the 25% and 50% and 75%. The three things like I'm going to put the thing. And texture like I'm changing with just like first one is the left, next one is the center, and third one is the right. Like that I have put it is, and I have created one more section called something like banner, right? For that banner, like I'm going to link up these keyframes. For that banner, like I'm going to link up these keyframes. Let's see like how it look like. Banner, just like I'm going to put in something like padding top or something, just like to have some space on 50 pixels, and I'm going to put in height as it as 300 pixels, and I'm going to put in something like font size of the something like 50 pixels, so just like we were working, and text center, and background image URL. I'm going to put in some other image URL, some image I want to load it, like by loading an online images. I'm going to put in background image something like now, right now, and I put it as something the background image. We should put it. Okay, like that, like you can put the background image. And now that keyframes, I'm going to link up with the animation. I'm going to put the animation with that with something like my banner. That with the like, keyframes I have created it, I'm integrating with that. And let's see how our UI looks like. Like by default, like I have shown as this image, and the I mean like that for the keyframes, like we need to pass an animation duration and like how it should survive, something like I specify as a 5 seconds, and animation doesn't count like it will be you can specify any number of times. See, automatically the images it's keep on changing. Automatically that images it's keep on changing some other images, something like keep on changing the things like. You see now, this is one image, this is one image, this is different image. It means, however, you want to create our looks and all, like this is the animations. Might be in the previous class or something like you guys have asked about animations. This is how we can do it. If you see now on the top of image also like we're showing background text also. I mean like in top of it like overlay text also like we're displaying it. Any doubt in the animation? Like
Bro, I have one doubt in CSS.
yeah, please.
At the rate hash dot you are using somewhere.
At the rate?
At the rate banner, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At the rate and hash dot. Where we have to use exactly.
Okay. The thing is in the sense something that for creating an upgrade, for the creating and keyframe. Suppose if you want to do the animations, no, we should create the keyframes. For that, like our syntax is something like at the rate keyframes. And with the keyframe space, keep our keyframe name like we need to specify it. And with that, like for how many times like you need it, like you can create like this. I have created in the three ways something like just if you see here, I have created the three times. I'm 25% one time, 50% one time, 75% one time. I have created the keyframes, and that keyframes and whichever I have created it, I have linked it up with the help of animation. In the Yash means something like it is for the ID purpose. For a particular section, ID is a banner. For the particular section, ID is a banner. For that, like Yash, it means like when not this banner IDs matches, that time this and all CSS something like it will be including with our UI. Is it clear?
But banner we are not including
Yeah,
HTML, right?
yeah. And this banner ID is available, right? First, I have created in the HTML. Like if you see here, the here we have right section ID as a banner.
Okay, okay.
Just like whenever you will include in the HTML, that time only like we can introduce this thing, or else something we cannot use it like that.
Okay, what about dot?
That means something like for the class like we'll be using. It is an hash means something like for the ID, and that means for the class like we'll be using.
Okay,
For the ID CSS like we'll be using the hash. For the class CSS like we'll be using dot.
okay.
Is it
Thank
clear?
you. Yeah, clear.
Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue remaining things like we'll wind up now. Thanks so much, Allah, for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.